Hi guys, hope everybody's doing well. This is a tour of my 7 feet across by 13 feet wide, which is 97 square feet, which is really small, under 100 square feet. And obviously when the doors open, there's even less space. So it's a quick tour of what I've done. 2 weeks ago, this room was completely empty and now it's starting to take shape. So I'll show you where the progress is. So I'll start over here. I bought this small off eBay, this small drill station. I would like to make one out of wood, but I'm thinking with obviously wood being thicker, ply and stuff, it might be more economical. It's just obviously got 2 simple drills, obviously, and then drills and then charger above, and it's quite, doesn't take too much space up. So, and they're easy to buy as well if you want things quicker. I bought this workbench on eBay. And underneath the workbench, I bought it second hand. I put a little bit of ply at the bottom there, and I've got my hoover, and I can just switch it on and switch it off, and then that hose is 5 meters, and I can hoover anywhere in the workshop and clean up the mess, and without obviously carrying and dragging a hoover around, which is good. That's one of the benefits of having a small workshop. Under there, I've got all my adapters so I can make it to a bigger hoover. I purchased this little draftsman's pen thingy. I was going to use it as a screwdriver rack, but I changed my mind and I screwed it under here. So basically when I'm working on things, I can keep pens just out of the way but stop them getting broken. So I screwed that there. I purchased this old ammo box for £2 on the car boot the other day. And I've got obviously like long rules, and I've got old files and rasps, screwdrivers, and then obviously I've got hammers, etc. So it's just a catch-all really for bigger, bulkier tools, but what you want on the bench for filing or whatever. So for £2 I was quite happy with that, and then £2 for this draftsman's little catch-all, and that's really good. I think it was for chalk originally. I still need to screw a batten to the back so I can screw the workbench, because at the minute it's still a little bit rocky. Obviously with it being such a small workshop, there's not a lot of space, so I have to put my bobbin sander on the floor and then lift it onto the workbench and then put it back. And then obviously I've got the same with the lathe, that has to be lifted up and put back. I would love to have a separate station for the lathe and a separate station for all the tools, but it's just, that's one of the downsides of having such a tiny workshop. I've screwed some battens on the wall and I've put some clamps on that, so that gets them out of the way. I bought these oak shelves on the car boot, and at the minute I'm just displaying some of the older tools I've got, but that might change as space. I might end up putting wall units on here with more tools which are used, but at the minute, with it being just an early set off, that's what it is. I've got a small belt sander on the floor there, which is obviously ideally I'll have to lift that and move it to here and then use these bench dogs to clamp it in place like every other tool and then put back, but that's just one of the things. I might mount it onto a little wooden board, I might not, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. At the top we've got a long shelf, so on the top here we have a scroll saw, and then today I've just been to Axminster Tools and bought this bench wire. Well, it's actually a bench grinder, but I've changed it into a wire wheel with a soft brass wheel and then a bigger wire wheel, because the one I was using, as soon as you put it on, it was down, so it was not enough power. And then obviously I've got some tools up. That's my carry bag for when I go to a job. I have a set of tools which I can take, but at the minute it's just up there for out of the way. I've got my dust extractor just up here, which I can get the remote just there, and then obviously I can turn it on and then turn it up, and then obviously I can turn it off, because obviously you can't put a price on your lungs. And it's the same with the chip extractor. The chip extractor I've screwed to the wall, and then I've put a socket just up here, and then obviously I would have probably be better to have a floor standing model, but obviously floor space is absolutely really tight, and the pipe, which is only 2 meters long, goes in at the minute into the table saw, can go from the table saw to the thickness planer, or from the thickness planer into the port with an easy clip. So it's what you have to do when obviously you've got a smaller workshop. I purchased this small plate rack on the car boot for £8, and I just basically cut a few slots in it and then put my chisels in it, just get it out of the way. It's cheaper than buying the wood, because that strip of oak there costs 45 quid with this strip of oak here and here, so it's cheaper just to buy used things and repurpose them. At the top here I've got my buffing machine, and I've got my 1x30 belt sander, and then grinder belt sander, and then some more tools. I think I'll get rid of those and put them somewhere else, a blocking space. I've got my pillar drill, which I got on the car boot for £30, and then this stuff here is a pegboard from Class Olson you can get on Amazon, and it's metal, using metal screws, and you can attach, like I've screwed my plug sockets to it, you can screw, and obviously with it being magnetic as well, you just put one screw and you can hang things on. So it's really good stuff. I've got loads of this stuff. This was quite good for, I think I paid 50p for this on the car boot, and it's a little catch-all for, you know, pens and stuff and screwdrivers and handy stuff. So that was quite handy. And then I've got my car boot sail 7-inch vise, which is just bolted to the surface here, and I've got my radio in here. I got this on the car boot, this oak shelf, for £3, and at the minute it's just got a few finishes on there, and basic stuff. At the minute I've not transferred everything across yet. Yeah, and I'll just show you around here. So at the top here you can pick these up on eBay, these little shelves, and obviously you can put your shop towel, and then you've got a little shelf above, and then these little bins as well, which can go on the wall, which you can just obviously unhook off and hook back on again. So they're quite useful to save the space on the floor, which is probably the most valuable space. I've got quite a small, medium size bandsaw with quite a small table on it, but that's the biggest probably I could fit in the workshop. All the tools I've purchased, which are big and too heavy really to be manhandling, I've put on these heavy duty Axminster little trucks, and these help obviously move everything back and two, and then you have to move things out of the way to use them. It's one of the downsides of having a small shop. So yeah, so that's pretty much an overview, it doesn't take long, of my small shop. It's definitely coming along. Like I said, 2 weeks ago it was it basically was empty and just being painted, so it's coming along slowly but surely. If you've got any questions, leave them in the description, and hopefully this has been useful to somebody who's setting up a small shop. I mean, this is less than 100 square feet, so it's a very small shop, but I've got quite a lot of tools in here, and they're all usable within reason. Obviously you're limited on big sheet goods and long material, but you can work on smaller stuff, and that's, you know, you can make dolls' houses basically. But yeah, so I just thought I'd do a quick overview of my small workshop. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Alright, thanks very much for watching. Bye.